Hey everybody, welcome today to Yoga Restore. I'm excited to have you here. So today's focus with our yoga practice is we're going to work some areas that are very tight for a lot of people. So we'll be working a lot of the hip area, the hamstrings and calves, just a lot of the lower body today. So if you're a person who runs or does a lot of physical activity, but maybe doesn't take the time to stretch, or if you're a busy individual who works at a desk and has to do a lot of sitting, these are going to be some great stretches to just help you release, relax, and work out the kinks in the legs and hips. So with Yoga Restore, our focus is on relaxation, kind of unwinding the body and the mind. So we'll flow through poses at our own pace, taking our time, and always being mindful and aware of our breathing. So you don't need any equipment for our class today other than a yoga mat. However, we will be on the knees during some portions of class. So if you'd like, you can get a folded up towel or cushion to place under your knee. Or if you do have yoga blocks and you find your hips are very tight, you can use them as well. So the point of restorative style yoga and this type of flow is really to relax into our postures. So go ahead and roll out your mat and let's begin. So today for our practice, I'm going to invite you to come to a child's pose for a check-in. Now, if child's pose is not accessible to you, you may remain seated or perhaps lie on your back. So child's pose, you're going to take your knees wide, shift the hips back towards your heels, reach your fingertips forward, and place your forehead down on the mat. Take a few deep breaths here. I'm going to face the screen just so you can hear me a little bit better. But go ahead and feel free to gently close your eyes and relax here in child's pose for a few moments. If you'd like, you can have a yoga block here to place your forehead on or cushion. I just want you to take a minute to kind of shut out the light, hit pause on whatever else is going on around you. Sometimes closing the eyes can help to minimize distractions. Perhaps you want to turn your phone off. Just take a few minutes to relax and breathe in this pose. Keep breathing. You don't have to watch the screen at this time. I want you to notice as you are breathing here, how your back expands with the inhalation, how the back body widens. And then when you exhale, how everything relaxes down and deflates. Take a moment and notice your energy level today. Notice any aches and pains in the body. Notice any thoughts. There's no need to control the thoughts. Simply observe. And whatever you find, no matter where you're at today, that is perfectly okay. We'll take 2 or 3 more deep breaths in our child's pose before we start to come up to a tabletop position. So just rest and relax here. Lastly, before we transition to our yoga practice for today, I'm going to invite you to set an intention for your practice today. Perhaps see if a word or phrase comes to mind, and this can be your mantra or intention. What would you like to gain out of your time on the mat today? Perhaps a word comes to mind, let's say calm or recharge or stretch. Let that be your intention. When you find the mind wandering, you can simply return to your breathing and return to this intention that you have set for your practice today. Take one more big inhale and exhale, letting it all go. And then when you're ready, my friends, we're going to go ahead and make our way to a all fours position, a tabletop Varmanasana. So go ahead and start to make your way to all fours. If eyes were closed, you can gently open those eyes. And once we come to tabletop, let's go right into cat and cow pose. So you can stretch one way, maybe take a big inhale in and exhale, lower the other way. And we'll just do this about 3 more times in our own time and pace. Breathing in and out. Big inhale in, release any tension or stress. Really start to draw your attention to the sensations in the body as you unwind and de-stress the muscles. Good, go ahead and complete this for yourself. Starting to come back to a nice neutral spine. Let's go ahead and start to warm up our hips today. So we're gonna go ahead and take our right knee out to the side and we're gonna draw circles with that knee. Good. So I'll show you this also from the front. Find this for yourself. So we're drawing a circle. Now, if you have any wrist pain or tension here, you can do this as well from down on the forearms. That is okay. It is always all right to take care of your body, take care of yourself, and be aware and mindful of what's going on. Good. So circling that hip around from here, we're going to take that same right leg we've just been working, kick that foot out behind you. Take a moment to circle the ankle or point and flex your foot. Great. And then if it feels right for you, giving the calf a great little stretch here, you can tuck the toes, straighten that leg. Good. And just stretch it back. Really good. We're going to do the same thing to the other side. Just breathe in, exhale, and let's switch. So we'll go ahead and take our left leg up to the side, just like before, and draw circles with that knee. You can decide whichever direction you'd like to take your circle is perfectly fine. If you find a tight spot, you want to hold it, that is okay too. All right, let's go ahead and start to slow that down and then tuck our toes, straighten our leg, getting that calf stretch on the other side. Good. Warming up those feet a little bit. Really good. All right, let's go ahead and take our body back to that tabletop pose. Now from here, we're going to start to warm up our upper body from a tabletop position. So I invite you to take your right hand and place it right behind your head. Okay, so what we're going to be doing is opening the chest towards the ceiling. Yeah. And then we're going to bring it down and tap down maybe right above the wrist of the other arm. So we're really just going for that rotation in the torso, lifting up, exhale, lower. So you can just try this out. We're going to do about 3 more rounds of this. We're going to come back to center, take that right arm we just worked, thread it through, and come into thread the needle down on our side. So this is just a preview. We're going to go ahead and do that now mindfully with breath. But I wanted to show you what we were going to do. So we'll do this with the right arm and then with the left. So go ahead, find your tabletop, take your hand behind the head and then open that head up towards the ceiling. Get that beautiful rotation through the torso. And then exhale, tap it down wherever is comfortable for you. And then nice and slow, big inhale, lift up. Exhale, lower down. Let's do 2 more times to the right. Inhale, rotate. Exhale, lower. Last time, big inhale, rotate. Exhale, lower. Inhale, back to center, extend that arm out, thread it through, and gently rest that right shoulder down on your mat. Good. For thread the needle, left hand, you can keep it right here, or if you wish, you can take the arm up, or even sometimes behind the back feels nice, kind of adds a little more of that rotation element. Go ahead and find out what works best for you. Breathe. We're going to hold this for one more breath. So you should be feeling an opening in between the shoulder blades. Good. So from here, let's start to unwind, backtrack everything back to all fours, straighten everything up, knees under hips, hands under shoulders, and let's try all of that to the left side. So you're going to take your left arm behind your head. Inhale, look up towards the ceiling as you rotate up. Exhale, lower down. Let's do this 4 more times. Big inhale, rotate. Exhale, lower. Big inhale, rotate. Exhale, lower. Big inhale, rotate up. Contract those abs in. Exhale, lower. Last time, big inhale, rotate. Exhale, lower. Good. And then inhale, come to center, hand comes out to the side, thread it through and rest that left shoulder down. Start to feel that opening between the shoulder blades again. It's very normal for one side to be tighter than the other. Once you find a posture that's good for you, you can take that right arm up or behind the back if you'd like for a variation. Again, don't feel pressured to take any of these variations. They are just there if you would like them. It's all about taking care of you here. So if your energy level is low, you can always back off of a pose. Good, one last breath. And come on up. Unwind everything, come back to all fours. Good, and let's just do one more cat and cow here. So we'll inhale, arch. And exhale, lower. Good. Really good. All right, let's start to warm up our back a little bit. We're gonna work with downward facing dog pose here for a minute. And we're going to alternate between downward dog and plank for a few rounds. So let's go ahead and get off of those knees and come up to our downward facing dog pose. Huddle out your feet. Take a moment, shake your head, no tension here. See if you can look up towards your belly button. Great. All right, when you're ready, I invite you to start to make your way down to a plank position, so the top of a push-up. We're going to add just a little bit of strength here today and alternate between downward facing dog pose and plank pose 2 more times before we come down to the belly. So when you're ready, go ahead, take a big inhale for me, lift those hips high, come into downward dog, and you can once again pedal out those feet. Big inhale and exhale, letting go of any tension. Be present with your movement. And then exhale, lower down. Find that plank pose. And remember too, again, if you ever have any wrist trouble, you can come down to forearms. You can come down to knees. Take care of you. Go ahead and find your downward dog. Good, and last time, lower down. And take a moment here in your plank pose, push with the toes, front and back. Notice how this ignites our abdominal area, how this is a very active pose. All right, let's go ahead and lower down slowly with control. Big inhale, back bend. And exhale, come back to your child's pose. Take a moment, take all the pressure off the wrist, wiggle your fingers. Breathe and relax. All right, let's go ahead and start to work a little bit deeper into our hips now. So we're going to do a couple lunges here, and we're going to really work with the hip flexor and work with the back of the calves and hamstrings here. So from our tabletop, I'm going to have you step your right foot forward, please, into a lunge. Now here under that left knee is where if you have any knee tension or tightness, perhaps you want to put a rolled up towel or a cushion under that knee. So from here, and you can watch me the first time, we're going to be coming up. We're going to have our arms in a cactus pose. So that is where our elbows are bent. And we're going to shift the hips forward, really getting into that front hip flexor, little back bend here. And then we're going to shift the hips back, lift the toes off of the mat, try to straighten that leg. You don't have to lock the knee, bringing head to knee. So we're going to flow through those poses. So again, from the side, we're here. We're going to take a big inhale, lean forward, getting that lovely stretch in the hip, opening the chest. Exhale, straighten the leg, head to knee. Yeah? So we're going to flow through these poses 3 more times. So when you're ready, let's do it. So we'll inhale. Big back bend here. Open that chest. Exhale, straighten that leg, head to knee. Relax the facial muscles, relax everything forward. Feel free to tap that toe on the mat. Breathe in and out. All right, come on up. Gentle back bend. And start to come forward, head to knee. One more time. We're going to go ahead, inhale, back bend. Exhale, head to knee. Good. All right, and let's try this on the other side. So you'll bend that knee, step it back, come to that hands and knees. Great, and then let's try that on the other side. So we're going to step our left leg forward. Good, again, if you need to get new padding, go ahead, and let's go right into it. Inhale, back bend. Exhale, head to knee. Lift the toes off the mat. Start to really tune into your breathing here. Inhale, back bend. Exhale, head to knee. Relax that upper body. We'll do this one more time. Inhale, back bend. Exhale, head to knee. Good. And don't get discouraged if your legs are very tight. This is going to help. Big inhale, exhale. And then let's go ahead back to that tabletop pose one more time. And you can open those knees wide, come into your child's pose. Good. From here, we're going to come to a comfortable seat. So whenever you're ready, reach those fingertips forward. Come on up and just sit it down. So you can come to a comfortable cross-legged if you'd like I'm demonstrating here, or any other pose that is better for you. Go ahead and relax those shoulders for a minute. We're just going to do some twists, and and then a wonderful, fun hip opening stretch. Good, roll those shoulders back. Take a minute, relax the head, maybe moving the head a little side to side. Connecting with your intention for today's practice. Good, and then sitting up nice and tall, I'm gonna invite you to take a big inhale in, exhale, twist. Feeling that lovely rotation and stretch in our spine. And then through center, other way. Good. And come through center. Good. All right, we're gonna try now a really fun hip stretch called Rock the Baby. So I want you to take your right leg out in front of you. And this can be done from a chair, seated, lots of different ways. So what we're gonna do is hold our right foot in our left hand and our right hand on our right knee. And so we're holding this leg. And then I just want you to move it a little bit side to side, okay? So this is up to you. This can be a little bit of fun here. You can shake the leg, little rock, right? Rocking the baby. You can bring it close, higher up to the chest if you have that flexibility. Basically what we're just doing is kind of getting into that hip socket. Sometimes if your hips are especially tight, you have that tightness in the lumbar spine, just coming back a little bit. So maybe taking that knee towards the armpit and in. Just play around with moving that leg a little bit. Remember to breathe. Good. All right. And then we're just going to try this on the other side. Good. So go ahead and bring that leg down. Switch sides, other foot in front. So left leg, hold it in your hands, bring it up. Good. So yes, you are bringing the knee close to the chest, but you don't have to clutch it really tight or hunch forward. Just let it be as relaxed as it can for you. And again, depending on your hip tightness, maybe it's a little lower. If your hips are exceptionally tight, you can just sit here relaxing, and this will probably be a stretch just sitting in a cross-legged position. So move that leg. Notice if one side is different than the other. Good. Very normal. Really good. All right, good job. Let's go ahead and take both of those legs out, take them wide. Whatever is right for you is what you want to do today. They can be out really wide like this or a little bit closer together. Go ahead and point your toes today. Take a big inhale and then just reach it forward. Find a point of resistance and then just relax into it. This is a place here where if your legs are exceptionally tight, perhaps if you have a yoga block, you can set it up high, resting your forehead on it. Don't overdo. We're going to take 2 big breaths here. All right, go ahead and take one last breath and then just start to come back up. Good job. You can windshield wiper your feet side to side. Good. All right, we're going to make our way up to standing for a nice short flow session today. Really kind of, again, focusing our attention on the hips and the legs. So you can go ahead and swing your legs around to one side. Good. We're going to come up to standing, but before we do that, I invite you to come to a forward fold. So bring the body down. You can bend your knees here. You want to think about chest towards the legs. So you can bend your knees a lot here. That is okay. From here, we're going to do a couple stretches before we come up. So let's go ahead, bring our hands to our shins. Inhale and look up. Exhale, lower down. One more time. Inhale, hands to shins. Exhale, lower. Let's do a spinal twist here. We're going to take our left hand on the outside of our right leg and reach your right hand up. So depending on where you're at, you can have the hand down low. You can start to straighten that right knee for a nice IT band stretch. Or if you need to modify a little bit, just bring it up higher. That's okay. All right, let's switch sides. Come on down. And reach the other way. Great. You can start to straighten that left leg. Come on down and slowly round through your spine, making your way up to standing. Good job. Go ahead and take a nice big inhale, maybe take a little sip of water if you would like. And then let's just do our nice little gentle standing flow. All right, from here, standing nice and tall, I'm going to ask you to bring your feet close together. Now from here, we're going to reach our right arm up, left arm down, and I want you to think a lot about opposition here. So we're pulling in opposition. So find that pull, reaching up and down, and then I want you to curve the hands and lean over to the left. Good. So this is just really engaging our torso here, engaging our pillar, kind of working through shoulders, torso, and hips. Good, let's go ahead and switch sides. So we're gonna lift left hand up, right hand down, reach up in opposition and gently lean. Good. Notice how this arm pattern and this intention on pulling in opposition may activate some of the midline of the body a little bit more. Let's go ahead and come through and let's do that one more time each way. So pulling in opposition and gently lean to one side. Good. And last time, one arm up, one arm down, reach and pull. Good. Really good. Good. All right, from here, bring your hands down, relax your shoulders. We're going to do one more little standing pose here. So now I want you to bring your hands together, index fingers touching like little trigger finger. This is a mudra in yoga called the Kali Mudra. So this is to help cultivate energy, strength, intention, focus, fire. So we're going to go ahead now, and I'm going to stand sideways to show you. We've got our Kali Mudra here. We're going to press our shoulders forward, tuck our head in between our shoulders, and come into a standing cat pose. So we're opening our shoulder blades. Take a big inhale here, and then exhale, roll those shoulders back, and then a gentle arch. So this is just a really small shoulder movement, also working through our spine. So let's try that one more time. So we're going to take shoulders forward, arch, pull in those abs, hollow out the belly. And then exhale, shoulders back, gentle back bend. Good, and release. Nice job. Just a different way to kind of activate and work through the shoulders and our spine. So let's go ahead now into a nice kind of active flow for our hamstrings and calves. I want you to step your right foot forward, left foot back. Good. So we're going to bend our knees slightly. We're going to take our hands and we're going to reach out and back. So let me show you that again. We're going to take our hands almost like we're scooping. We bend the front knee, we scoop forward, and then we bend at the elbows, those cactus arms once more, flexing the foot, shifting back. So again, you want to think about it as reach and back. reach with the arms, lunge, and back. So let's try that 4 times together on the right. So we've got our lunge, you scoop down, big inhale, exhale, reach back. Try it again with me, scoop, inhale, exhale, open, scoop, open. 2 more times, big scoop, open, last time, scoop, and open. So there's a lot going on there. Let's go ahead and try this on the other side. Left foot forward, right back. So we're really getting into that back, getting into the shoulders, waking up our legs. All right, let's try that on the other side now. So we'll go ahead and find our lunge, scoop it down, shift back. All right, so you want to make sure as well with that back knee that you're in a comfortable stance. Toes are slightly facing forward. Don't let that knee buckle in. Okay, inhale, exhale, reach and press, and reach and press. 2 more. Reach and press the shoulders down, reach and press. Good, just kind of activating all of the body here. Let's go ahead into warrior 1. So we're going to go back to stepping the right leg forward. Let's go ahead and step that forward. Let's take a big inhale, arms up. Good. From here, we're going to go right into warrior 2. Turn your foot out, arms up. I'm going to face you. Here we are. Side angle is next. Left arm up, right arm resting on that right knee. Reverse your warrior. So just a little flow here. Good. Come back to warrior 2. Straighten the front knee. Come into our triangle pose. You can look up towards the ceiling. Just waking up those calves and hamstrings. Little more challenging variation here. If you'd like to try revolved triangle, then you're going to take that top hand down, back hand up. If that's too intense, stick with regular triangle. Good. Slowly come back to your other triangle. Come on up. Good. Bring your feet together, and then let's try all of that on the other side. So facing the top of our mat once more. You're going to step your left foot forward, right foot back. We're going to find that warrior 1 again. From here, come to warrior 2. Just like before, you just now have left leg forward. Go ahead into side angle. One arm up. Good. Reverse your warrior. Feel all these lovely stretches. Find that triangle pose once more. Your option, if you'd like, go into revolved triangle. Good. Come back to triangle and then come on up. Good job. Step those feet in. Feel nice and loose. Good. Relax the arms. Let the body be free. All right, before we come down to seated for some deep stretches down on the mat, everyone, I'm going to do a lovely hip opening stretch with you. We're going to do standing fours. I've heard it called standing pigeon as well. So let's go ahead and try it. If you're struggling with balancing poses, you can use a wall or chair for support. That is fine. So bring your feet close together. Let's bring the palms together at the heart. Good. Get your balance on your left foot, right foot on the toe. So version 1 of this, the easiest version, if you struggle with balance, is just take that right foot and cross it over, right? And you're just going to hold right here. Now, if you feel like you're ready to go onto just one foot, next step is you're going to take that ankle above your knee, okay? So that's version 2. Version 3, we're going to start to sit down. So that's when we start to really get into the hip. Eventually, you can come all the way down with your hands touching the floor into what's called a toe stand. That is a very active pose though. So it is up to you if you would like to give that a try. I'll keep it here with the knee bend. So go ahead and keep holding for just a breath or two longer. I'm just going to show you from the side. So here, here, here. Good. And then you start to reach down, making your way down. Awesome. All right, let's go ahead and bring that up. Shake it out. And let's try side two. Palms at the heart. Get your balance on your right foot and find your variation here of your standing fours, standing pigeon. The foot can be flexed. Awesome. Breathe. It's okay if you fall out of it. We all have those days. All right, nice and slow. You're gonna come on up and let it go. Good job. Shake it out. Really good. All right, we're gonna do just one more balance today and then we come down to the mat. This is a pretty active pose. We're going to do dancer's pose. So it is also a great quad stretch, which is another area that is very tight. So we'll start with the most basic and then progress from there. Bring your feet close together. I want you to take your left hand up towards the ceiling. Yeah, a little bit in front. And then bend your right knee. So if your quads are super, super tight and you cannot hold on to your foot, then you're gonna just hang out here. Next step is hold that foot and just balance here for a quad stretch. Now, if you feel comfortable and you'd like to go into full dancer or start to make your way there, you're gonna press the foot against the hand, start to tip forward. You can hold on to a wall or chair for support. Good. No matter where you're at is okay. Go ahead and bring that down and relax. We're going to fold the body forward to counter pose here in just a moment. Let's go ahead and try the other side quickly. We'll take our right arm up and bend the left leg at the knee. Hold on for that quadricep stretch. And then if you'd like to try your dancer pose, go ahead and give it a try. Keep going. Good. You can let it go. Good job. Let's go ahead and fold the body forward. Really good. And now I'm going to invite you to come down to seated, but come down through a squat. So if you have the hip flexibility to come all the way down, like I'm demonstrating here, you may, if not, just come to seated. You're going to gently press against those knees, hands to the heart. Take a breath. Good. All right, let's go ahead. Come on down. Take those legs out in front. Windshield wiper those feet. And one more time, wide legs, standing forward bend, seated forward bend. Come forward. If you want, you can hold on to the toes. Start to return to your breath, return to your intention, return to this moment. We're going to be doing reclined cow face pose before we go into our final resting pose, Shavasana. So I'll show you cow face pose, at least the legs seated before we go on to the back so you can see a little bit better. So with cow face pose, one knee is stacked on top of the other knee, but we're going to be laying on our backs doing this. So If this is not accessible to you, it's a very strong hip opening stretch. You can keep the legs more straight as we come down. If you want a challenge, try to grab onto the feet. So let's talk you through it. And then after that, we go into our final meditation. So go ahead and start to come to your back. Relax your back down on the mat, your head, your shoulders, all of this will be down on your mat. And then when you feel comfy, take your time. You're going to take your legs up, cross your right knee over your left, and then very slowly start to bend the knees. Okay? So there's always something you can do here. First step is you can gently hold the knees and just pull this towards you. Yeah? Next step is see if you can grab those feet and then pull. So this will probably be a pretty intense glute stretch for you. Usually the knee that's on top, in this case the right knee, is where you really feel that stretch. So just breathe and relax. Good. One last breath here. And then let's just go ahead, everyone, and switch sides. So you'll take your left leg over your right. And once again, you bend the knees. You can pull the knees towards you. Or for a deeper stretch, try to reach for those feet. Pull towards you. Really getting into the glutes. Take a deep breath here. And relax. It's very important to hold your stretch for a few seconds. Giving those muscles a chance to adjust. Good. All right, go ahead and start to unwind everything. Come on back, maybe you hug the knees to the chest. And then at this time, I invite you to do any last stretch that maybe sounds good for your body. Or start to make your way to laying on your back for our Shavasana. You can gently close the eyes if that feels right for you. And let's just take a few deep breaths together. Breathing in and out. Just take about 3 more slow, deep breaths. Return to the breath, return to your intention. Notice how the body feels. Good. See if there's anywhere in the body you can relax just a little bit more. Good. And then when you're ready, remember you may rest in your Shavasana as long as you like. That helps you do it. Take some time for you. Otherwise, start to make your way back up to a comfortable seat. Slowly open the eyes when you are ready, and we will conclude today's practice. Take a big inhale up, palms together at the heart. Thank you for joining me today. I hope you leave and enjoy the rest of your day feeling refreshed and calm. Thank you so much. Namaste. I hope that you have a great rest of your day. Thanks for watching. Bye.